this is Farm Man, and today I'm going to be playing Farming Simulator 25 with absolutely nothing to start with on hard difficulty and to see how far I can progress. As you can see, we're going to Sri Lanka. It's on start from scratch and the money has been set to a minimum. On this screen I do have a few mods installed and the government subsidy will be disabled. Also, if you haven't tried it, I do recommend the Sim Dashboard. It's easy to pair with your phone. You can see all the equipment stats, including like the weight, the attachments, and you can control all of your lights from there. As you can see, it does tell me when there's equipment on sale. I do find it really helpful, especially when you're first starting out, so you don't miss any deals on anything. Here I'm going to the settings. I'm turning off the auto start and stop with the direction. And I'm going to be turning on the trailer fill limit and to pay off my balance, so that there I make sure I start with nothing. I do also like playing with a 5-day month. Now that our balance is paid off, as you can see, the only contract that is available right now is the wood transportation. So we're going to go ahead and take that. And try to go from there. Alright, so we did lease this equipment, which does cost a little extra. However, with us not having any money to start out with, that's kind of the route that we need to go so that we can make some profit. One of the things that I do try to do is make this as realistic as possible. As you can see, I'm checking both sides and make sure there's no cars coming. One of the things I do have enabled is the blinker auto off. You know, like a regular car, once you turn, the blinker goes off. I missed my turn. I wouldn't recommend just turning in anywhere, but it's kind of what I did. Now that we've gotten to our destination, we're going to pull up, we're going to get set side with it, and we're going to go ahead and start unfolding the trailer and the grappler. up the logs. Let's see if we can get them in the trailer. Trying to get it adjusted. No, there they go. Well, now I'm going to have to clean up that mess. Let's try to get the other logs. No, there they went. Now I've got to clean all that up. That's going to take some time. Alright, now that we've got the logs back on the trailer, let's see if we can get them straightened out a little bit and start loading the rest of them. Now that all the logs are on the trailer, let's go to the sell point and see what we've made. Alright, so that made us an extra $39 before we completed the contract. Let's see what we get after we did the contract. Alright, so that gained us an extra $6,755. Let's see what we can do next. It looks like we're going to possibly be doing some harvesting. There's some really good profit to be made there. Alright, so now that we've chosen what we're going to do next, we're going to go ahead and get everything on the trailer, loaded up, and to our harvest site before we start harvesting. Now that everything's over here, we're going to go ahead and start harvesting the canola for the man and see what kind of profit it brings us. Hopefully we do really well on it. One of the things I will say that I wish was in 22 that's in this one is the AI steering assist. I absolutely love this. I think that it makes the fields look really great, especially when you're plowing. I've always struggled with plowing. Alright, so as you can see as I'm pulling up, I try to get it right up under there. and as soon as it starts, it puts the lock max on there. So that's part of the whole trailer fill limit thing. Um, I personally like doing that because when the trailer goes overweight, to me, again, it makes it more realistic. You don't have to have it on. It's just one of the things that I like. All right, and we're fixing to dump our grain. Now, as you can see, it's filling up the bottom one instead of the field that we're actually working on. That should be okay. They give enough grain from what I've ever noticed that it will work on both of those. I did kind of panic a little bit to make sure that it was going to the right one and that both places were going to the same place, because if they're not, then that's when there would be a problem, and when you go to finish your harvest, it won't let you and you'll end up taking a deduction. But that wasn't the case here. Now that we're done with this field, we'll go ahead and go to the other one, start getting that harvest, and work from there. So because the grain ended up going to the second contract first, it didn't let me finish the field. Um, that does tend to take away from a little bit of the profit that you would have gotten. It is what it is. I mean, it's no. I mean, it wouldn't have been thousands of dollars. It maybe would have been a couple hundred. So it's no big deal, really. And there was enough grain for us to complete the field, and we made a nice, tidy little profit off of what was left over. So now we're going to complete the contracts, get the money for them, and figure out what else or what we want to do next. I think we're going to go ahead and go with some baling. So I noticed that I was doing square bales instead of round bales, and one of the contracts requires round bales. So I canceled that contract because if I would have went into the field doing the wrong bale, it wouldn't have did any progress, and I would have been penalized for it. So I went to look to see if the contract had popped back up, and it had not. So I just had to move on without that contract. So we just got done with the first field. In the second field, I was trying to be a little quicker with it, to see if I could just make the turn instead of having to stop and readjust. And coming up on this first one here, yeah, it did not work well, and I ended up having to go back over it and realign everything. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to start a new harvesting contract. That will be in next week's video. I hope you guys liked it, and please let me know what I could do to improve. And thanks for watching.